What's poppin', y'all? It's your girl Ink, and I'm really excited about today because I got a lot of stuff to show y'all, and we got like 45 minutes to do it. You know what I mean? So let's just get into it. I feel like we need to recap about last week. So last week we talked about Astro World Fest, and we talked about some of the lives that were lost. And I mentioned last week, I told y'all there's going to be more than 8 people. Um, Over the weekend, that number rose to 9. And then as of today, the 9-year-old boy that was injured in the crowd, his name was Ezra Blunt. He passed away this morning. So I just want to send my condolences to his family and to the families of the rest of the folks that were lost at the festival. It was just truly, it was just a tragedy. Like I can't even think of, and I just keep repeating, how do you send your kid to a festival and they don't come home? Like I just can't imagine being any of these people's parents. I can't imagine being any of these people's family members. Um, and just being like, you hear this person's music on the radio all the time, and they're always when you really get down to the bare bones of who they are, when you really get down to the bare bones of their capability, it's like you were capable of slowing down that crowd. You were capable of stopping that show, and that didn't happen. I think that's so unfortunate because so many people were lost unnecessarily. So I just want to send again my condolences to Ezra Blunt's family, to the families of those that were lost at Astro World Festival. And truthfully, if y'all are going to the rest of these festivals, because we're going to get into some safe festivals, okay? We're going to get into some shows that happened over the last week or so. And if you're going to any of these festivals, bring you some not hearing aids. What are they called? The sound canceling devices, those little earplugs. That's what they're called. Bring yourself some earplugs. Bring yourself some kind of first aid kit. Keep a walkie-talkie. Like I know that seems extra to bring a walkie-talkie, but a lot of people at the Astro World Festival also mentioned not having cell phone service. Like some people were even told your cell phone reception will be turned off. So I feel like there's some other precautions we're going to have to take, it seems like, to protect ourselves at these festivals, since it seems like a lot of the artists, or at least in this case, artist doesn't care. The artist cares. I'm sure there's a level of care, but that show should have stopped the show when the VIP section got trampled. That should have just that should have been it. That should have been it. That should have been it. But yeah, so here we are with that. I just want to send hi to everybody that's in the chat. Let me see if I can show the chat. Okay, so if you leave anything on any of the platforms that you're on, I'm going to leave the chat box up. I don't really know how this works. I could turn the chat box off, but if you have anything like you want to chat with me or you want to say something to me, you can drop it in the chat and then I can see it and then other people can see it. So that's an option for y'all that are tuning in. So again, yeah, shout out to all of the families of the lives that were lost. I really hope that y'all get the justice that you deserve for your family members. That's horrible. They bought a ticket and then died. Like I need my money back, and then I need the services paid for, and then I need, like, if they have kids, the kids services need to be paid for. The kids tuition to college needs to be paid for. Like there needs to be more coming out of the pocket than just we'll pay for your funeral services. Like there has to be some kind of grief counseling services. There's a lot that needs to go into this than just being like, oh, here's the funeral cost and that's just it. Because this was just, it was horrible. It was egregious. But we're not going to talk too much about AstroWorld because let's talk about Teyana Taylor. So Teyana Taylor is having her last Rose in Harlem tour, and I'm so sad I wasn't able to make it to her LA show because I had another event to attend. But I want to show y'all some pictures from Teyana Taylor's tour. Oh my goodness. Like y'all have to see these pictures. The stage, the way that Teyana Taylor has like been promoting the last Rose, the Rose tour. Let me show you this. Hold on. Let me show you. Okay, I don't know why. There we go. Let me show you because, okay. So she's promoting. Why am I not able to share? Okay, so for some reason it's not letting me share screen, but I don't want to end the show, so I'm gonna figure out an alternative. Hold on. Boom, that worked. Ha! Loopholes. Okay, so the last Rose Petal tour. All right, so this picture's whack, but can you see the rose petal in Teyana Taylor's mouth? Like in this, you have to see this rose petal tour. Like the images that she's using are so sultry. Boom, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. She is so continuously sultry. Like she is, oh my goodness. Do you see this? Like, yo, the makeup, the wig, the hair, like the way that she just continues to show up, even though she doesn't get, I believe, the respect that she deserves as an artist. Like, I'm obsessed. I'm obsessed. So, as y'all know, Teyana Taylor is retiring from music. And can we really keep it a bean? The reason why Teyana Taylor is retiring from music is Kanye West's fault. She's retiring from music because she was not treated properly by Kanye West. That's just my theory. That's my belief, and I'm going to hold on to it. Sure, she might say something else. She might even be like, "No, I'm gonna keep it all, all respectable and woo 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 woo." I know what happened. And I know that when that last album came out, Keep That Same Energy, when Keep That Same Energy dropped, she got no videos. The only music videos that Teyana Taylor was able to drop for Keep That Same Energy was the remix with Method Man, which was dope because we're not going to play like her remixes weren't dope. But I feel like it was a major disservice to the artist that she is. Teyana Taylor is a singer. She is a dancer. She is an actress. She's an amazing model. She's an athlete. Like, she has so much experience in the industry that my theory is Kanye West was jealous. I believe that Kanye West was jealous of her because let me let's just rip the band-aid off about the kind of person that Kanye West is. I know he's like, oh, he changed rap music, whatever, whatever, whatever. Let's just talk about the kind of person that he is. Just given the stuff that he's been saying in the news in the last 2 weeks about Big Sean, like, and John Legend. He goes on Drink Champs. Kanye West goes on Drink Champs. And he says the worst decision he ever made was signing Big Sean. And even if you're not a Big Sean fan, you know that Big Sean is like dope. Like, you can't deny Big Sean's like talent. You can't deny it. So to take someone that's like a legitimately talented artist and to say that that was my worst decision to sign him sounds like he's being a hater. Because at the same time, Big Sean was like, I want to start my own record label. I just don't want y'all to think there's any beef between me and Kanye West. And then Kanye West starts beef. Like, make it make sense for me. So now that we know that that's the kind of person that he is, that's the kind of person that we dealing with, you have someone as talented as Teyana Taylor, who can sing, who can dance, who can act, who's an athlete, this amazing body, just faces up impeccable. She can rap. She's just a 360, just all around amazing artist. And you hear her last project and you go, no, we're not going to put any money in the budget for music videos. Like, tell me you're a hater without telling me you're a hater. That's all I feel. I feel like Kanye West is a hater. Truthfully, I wish he would step out of his own way because we're missing out on a lot of really, really, really great music from someone who's a massive detriment to our community. Like, Teyana Taylor didn't deserve that. She didn't. And the fact that she even has to do the last Rose Petal tour. Like, I'm really thinking I might have to go to like Texas. I might have to go to the Texas show. Or I might have to go to the DC show. Like, this is going to be the last time she performs. I can't handle this. I can't handle this. Okay, so yeah, Teyana Taylor is worth supporting. Go listen to Keep That Same Energy because it's my favorite album by Teyana Taylor. She's my favorite artist. I'm just obsessed. So we talked about AstroWorld Fest. We talked about Teyana Taylor. And if you didn't know, at Teyana Taylor's LA show, someone in the crowd was getting smashed. She stopped her show. She jumped down. She made sure that someone was taken care of. So I feel like there's a lot of effort that people can be putting in when it comes to making sure the safety precautions are like taken care of at their shows. But we can't expect everyone to be Teyana Taylor. We can't expect everyone to know what to do in those situations, but we do expect people to do their best. So let's get into Day in Vegas. Who went to the Day in Vegas show? I sure the F didn't. So the Day in Vegas show was November 12th to the 14th. Let me show y'all the lineup because it's really important that y'all see this because it will make y'all more jealous of the people that attended. And that's how we friendship, right? We friendship by being happy and slightly jealous about the people that attend the concerts that we can't. So Pete, right? The show, to even start a festival with Kendrick Lamar on the first day is out of this world. Like, that's how you put on a show. Like, that's how you put on a show. Look at these artists on the first day. Kendrick Lamar, Roddy Ricch, YG, Ari Lennox. They had Bass. They had D Smoke. First of all, D Smoke is the next Kendrick. I don't care what nobody says. Argue with your grandma. Like, it's not up for debate. He's next up. D Smoke is going to be the next one. I heard Young M.A was there. Yep, Young M.A was there. Rico Nasty was there. Let's talk about Rico Nasty. Y'all disrespectful. Like, a lot of y'all that attended the show in Vegas, y'all disrespectful. So let me pull up the clip. I'm going to pull up the clip. Because someone threw a bottle at Rico Nasty. And I'm going to show you the video. Because y'all got Rico Nasty fucked up, period. So XXL magazine tweets, Rico Nasty jumps into the crowd after someone threw an object at her on stage on Playboy Cardi's tour. Now, this isn't Day in Vegas, but she was also at the Day in Vegas tour, and it's a perfect segue to talk about the treatment that Rico Nasty's been experiencing over the last, 5 years. So Rico Nasty really set the way for a lot of y'all favorite new artists. Like, y'all cannot mention the wave of 6ix9ine and not mention Rico Nasty, because we can't pretend like he didn't bite off her shit. So did Playboy Cardi, but that's for another conversation. We're not talking about him. We're talking about Rico Nasty. Rico Nasty, the Doja Cats, the Meg Thee Stallions, the Flo Millies, all of these women rappers coming up in an industry full of a bunch of little boys who are not as talented as they are, who are not as dope as they are, who don't even have as much fashion sense as these women have, and they show their asses everywhere they go, and they have zero protection for the women who are just as talented, if not more talented than they are. So in this clip I'm about to show you, Rico Nasty jumps into the crowd after someone threw an object at her on stage. And we are going to look at what everybody around her does or doesn't do, okay? Just get my little share screen on. Share screen might just be my favorite aspect of doing this morning show, because I'll be like, look at what I saw on the internet.
Come get this nigga. Ho, bitch. Ho, bitch. Bitch was singing, don't fucking play. Who was it? Who the fuck was it? Where they going? Say like you did it.
Sorry, forgive me, y'all. I'm still learning this shit. So, be patient with me. Here we go. All right, good.
Come get this nigga. Ho, bitch. Who the fuck was it? Ho, bitch. Bitch was singing, don't fucking play. Who was it? Who the fuck was it? Where they going? Somebody go get this.
Here's my thing, okay? Because I get really irritated when people put women in harm's way or don't even step, right? Here's my thing. In this clip, right? Is my phone ringing? No. In this clip, right, we're going to go back. We're just going to go back to when she first stops the show, okay? She stopped the show because someone at this point is throwing a bottle at her, right? And what I'm not understanding is this is the person that's holding the microphone. And if you've ever performed, the person who's holding the microphone, everyone needs to shut up and let them do whatever they're holding the microphone for. You're rapping, rap. You're singing, sing. If you're hosting the show, host the show. But no one needs to interrupt whoever has the mic is doing, right? The fact that the person who's holding the mic has stopped the entire show, I'm confused at why she's standing there and she's pointing like, yo, hold up. Who did that? Who threw that? Look at the crowd. Look at the crowd and tell me if you see a swarm of security going to the area, trying to get the person. Just keep watching, right? right? Now look, security is right here. This is security, okay? And everybody in this section is pointing out who threw the bottle. Security, security, security's back over there in this area too. And you can't see him right now, but there's a security guard right here also. But peep. Like, why did it take to almost 30 seconds? Why did it take 30 seconds? She starts off within 4 seconds saying, come get this nigga. Like immediately. Watch. The show has stopped, right? The show has stopped. She said, hold up. At that point, security in a crowd, who threw the bottle, getting him out and letting her finish her set. But what happens? And this literally happens all the time to Rico Nasty. But watch. Come get this nigga. Do you see anybody move? Wait for it. You see anybody move? Who the fuck was it? It's now been 7 seconds. Do you see anybody moving toward her? Okay. 11 seconds. Still, no security guards have moved. Now, we're only seeing this part of the show. The bottle has already been thrown at this point. Chances are she already had a reaction to the bottle being thrown at her. Still, no security in that area. But again, let's keep watching. 15 seconds. Who the fuck was it? She's asked this question like 5 times. The people in the crowd may not want to out that person, even though we know they do eventually point this person out specifically, right? But still, what is security doing? We'll keep watching. She had to throw her mic down and jump into the crowd and watch how long it takes for security to run over. Watch. She's down. I'm going to count that as a 1, 2, 3. Do you see how fast security was over there? Security got over there between 18 seconds and 21 seconds to stop Rico Nasty. But for the first 18 seconds of this clip, nobody moved. So what is the point of hiring y'all if you're not going to protect the artists, specifically the women artists? Like, what is going on? I feel like it's really unfortunate because as you watch the rest of the video, you can hear people laughing at her. Just watch. She walks off. Listen. It's like we want these artists to be successful and we want them to thrive. But how do we get these artists to thrive and be successful if the talented artists are the ones y'all treat like shit? Like, and I don't mean conventionally talented. I mean authentic, like genuinely authentic people. What are we going to do if we lose all of them to a bunch of stupid people? Like, what are we going to do? We already talked about Teyana Taylor retiring from music because someone was too stupid to get his own head out of his butt to support her genuinely. Because he's a jealous person. He's an insecure person. With all of the talent he musters, he can't see out of his own butt to be there for Teyana Taylor and support her as the person, like he's supposed to, like a label supposed to. So, okay, so we talk about Teyana Taylor being disrespected in the industry. And then we talk about Rico Nasty being disrespected in the industry. Like, where's her security? Where's her team? This is Rico Nasty. We're not talking about somebody doing a pay-to-play show at, in downtown LA at a bar. This is Rico Nasty. Like, the disrespect, I hope she comes with security that literally just goes into the ground and starts punching y'all. Like, because y'all don't respect people. I genuinely, you know what I really wish would happen? I wish that when she said, come get this nigga, and she realized wasn't nobody coming, because that's really what happened. That's really what happened. When she looked around, she said, come get this nigga 5 times. And she's like, y'all, she really must have been like, y'all really not about to come get this nigga after he just threw a bottle at me? Bet. And jumped in the crowd. So you know what I really wish would have happened? I wish the punch would have connected. I wish Rico Nasty would have actually successfully made it into the crowd, found who that person was, got her 2 minks out, and then dipped. Because the way y'all didn't support her in that moment, the way y'all weren't there for her, the way y'all didn't have Rico Nasty's back, is the reason why a lot of women artists retreat from the music industry for years, for 10, 20, 30 years now. Y'all talk all this shit. I ain't got no good women rappers. All the women rappers talk about pussy. And then you got a Rico Nasty and y'all don't respect her. The math is not equating. The 2 + 2 is not 4ing for me. Sorry. It's just not. Yeah, I wish that punch would have connected. Genuinely. I wish Rico Nasty would have like, mink, 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 2 pieces in a biscuit, because yeah, y'all don't respect her. But I wanted to play a little bit of music for y'all. You know, I just wanted to play like a little bit of, you know, a little bit of like razzle dazzle music. But you know, I don't know what I'm doing on this yet. So when I figure it out, like when I figure out how to get y'all some music playing in the background, I'll do that. I used to be able to do it like when I first started doing this, but I think I made like some kind of connection error and now I can't do it, but it's fine. I'll do it next time. All right. So we talked about day in Vegas. Let's get into ChloeBailey, my good niece, Chloe. Okay. Let's get into my good niece, Chloe. In my mind, Chloe and Holly, they're my babies. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. I raised them. There's no proof that you have that I didn't raise them other than me not being in any of their family pictures. But let's get into Chloe's new little snippet, right? Let's get into her little snippet of her newest music video. Well, it's not a music video, it's just a snippet of her song. But it's got all the aunties, all the crunchy coochie aunties. Yeah, they're real irritated about our good niece, Chloe. And I need them to get over it because she's not going anywhere. Like, if y'all needed proof that the Beyonce effect is real, ChloeBailey is proof. ChloeBailey she personifies the essence of Beyonce in its rawest form. Like, Beyonce is Beyonce, right? And she had to do a lot of things. She had to act, she had to sing, she had to do the Carmen Hip Opera movie, but she raps, so she's like very versatile. We know this of Beyonce. It's authentic, it's genuine, right? And we got to see her grow up. We got to see Chloe grow up too. We saw Chloe from little Tyler Perry movie where she had little cute little baby dreads. And we saw her grow up to this wonderful, beautiful, talented woman that she is today. And she got all the crunchy, coochie aunties in their feelings. Oh, I'm talking about all the women who never had a one-night stand. I'm talking about all the women who never hooked up with a random at a bar. All the women who say, you're a hoe. Oh, she got y'all in y'all feelings and she ain't even doing shit but being pretty. That's the craziest part. She's not doing anything but being pretty. And the crunchy coochie aunties, the little kitty heel aunties, they're in their feelings. They can't handle seeing a Black girl just be pretty without sexualizing her. And it's weird. Like, y'all all want to call her a hoe and all she's doing is being pretty. Wow. Wow. But let's get into Baby Girl's new video. Because after we get into Chloe, I know y'all are waiting for the SummerWalker conversation, and I know y'all are waiting for me to talk about Jonathan DaBaby and DaniLeigh, because is it Leigh, DaniLeigh? It does not matter. That's what it is. So let's get into ChloeBailey real quick. Get into her little flex, a little light flex. Here we go. So this is her new, just a little preview from her newest song. Can y'all hear it? Here we go. Look at our good knees. That's how
flex. I'm just out here stunting on my ex. No but little light. Flex. I'm just out here stunting on my ex. I thought I heard a nigga say I wasn't gon' blow up. Now he double tap my picture, seeing my glow up. Never but little light. Flex. I'm just out here stunting on my ex. I'm just being honest, I'm just telling true facts. Boys won't pull my dreads, baby, I don't have tracks. All my hoes fly, baby, we don't do next. I just might go live, throwing it back. Count up racks. I should bet 50 and excess. You know I'm fresh as Ajax. Baby, I'm lit, ain't no catch. Only my name on my chest. Single by choice, I ain't pressed. Keep my foot on their necks. Boy, just don't get attached.
All right. So somebody was like, somebody on Twitter was like, Chloe, you can actually sing. Like, you don't have to make these Empire songs. And I was, first of all, leave my good niece alone, okay? Because we're not going to pretend like being a good singer makes you famous when you're a Black girl. Huh? Whispers in Normani. Whispers in it took Jasmine Sullivan 4 albums. Like, the people who are shaming ChloeBailey for benefiting from her privilege of being pretty definitely are not, they're not taking into consideration the experiences of Black girls who can sing in this industry. Like, Normani's right there. And everyone has the whole hand, arm, eyeball, and fist up Ariana Grande. They just are obsessed with Ariana Grande, and Normani is right there. You know what I mean? It's like, yes, we love Adele, but Jasmine Sullivan is also right there. So, nope. If I was Chloe, I would be doing all the music that gets the checks, and I'll focus on the ballads later. Because we're not going to pretend like y'all give ballads to Rihanna. So, with that, I'm a fan of ChloeBailey. Like, ChloeBailey, I support you. I celebrate you. That's our good niece. Y'all need to support anything ChloeBailey puts out, even if you don't listen to it. Like, that's another thing. Like, in order for me to increase the representation and like the streamability and like presence of some of these Black artists, even if I don't listen to your music, I will stream your album, even if I'm not in the room. I do that for a lot of artists. Like, I may not listen to you. You may not be in my Rolodex when I'm on a road trip, but I'll make sure you get a stream from me, baby. Oh yeah, streams are free. Like, with Apple Music, I'm already paying for this expensive phone. I'm going to turn this phone on and you're going to get your stream. And I'm going to just be in another room if I have to be, or I'm going to turn it down, or I'm going to actually listen to it. 9 times out of 10, I'll listen to it. But there are times when there are artists who I know for a fact I'm not going to listen to long term. But you know what? You're still going to get your stream from me because you're Black. And especially if you're a Black woman, like, you're going to get a stream from me. Like, because it's hard out here for a pimp. So shout out to ChloeBailey. It's 1:00 and I'm gonna end this show at like 1:25 with like my pictures, but let's just jump right into DaniLeigh, Leigh, whatever. DaniBaby. That's what we're gonna call him. DaniBaby. Let's get into DaniBaby. Okay. I don't even know which video to show y'all first. Let me read. Because when I tell you the baby, the math ain't mathing. The tea is not piping, nor is it hot, like, at all. So how do I share? I can do this. I can do this, y'all. Just bear with me. I want to show you all this screenshot from Dani's, what's it called? Instagram story. I want to show you all, but I am still learning how to do things on this laptop. Okay, well, the only way that I can think to do this is by Googling it. So let me look the link up because I have it right here and I'm going to read it to y'all once so y'all can read along with it at the same time. So 1 second. IG story. And you know, when the tea is hot, it's everywhere. But you have to see these Instagram story posts because it's trash. Okay, so as y'all know, DaBaby has a child with his baby mama. I want to say her actual name, but baby girl, I'm so sorry, I don't know it. He has a child with a woman from Charlotte, from his hometown. Like, you know, they were together before he got famous. And like most people in his circumstance, he likely still has some kind of relationship with his baby mama, at least to the point that they're still having sex with each other. I don't get it. If you're not going to have a long-term relationship with the person, do not engage in continued sex with the person as though the sex is not a part of like maintaining some type of relationship. Like it's weird. So according to Double XL, early this morning, November 15th, DaBaby apparently called the police on DaniLeigh following a heated back and forth between the two. The incident appeared to have started after DaBaby went live on his Instagram for roughly 40 seconds, showing DaniLeigh and their child, wow, we do not have time for pop-ups, and their child, seemingly confirming that he is the father of the Easy Singer's daughter, and that's what the name of one of her songs. Dani appeared blatantly distraught while Baby claimed he had to record her for his safety and called her cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, referring to the slogan of the chocolate puff cereal. It's unclear if they had been having a verbal dispute prior to the rapper's live stream. And then it goes into like a quote on fucking live. He got that fucking phone in his hand. Dani says in the clip while feeding her newborn baby, I hate that shit, after DaBaby calls her cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. DaniLeigh tells the North Carolina rhymer, yeah, whatever, bitch. Later adding, yeah, you want to record me talking about blah, 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 shut the fuck up. DaBaby replied to the mother of his child, talking about Dani, saying, I gotta record you for my safety. You ain't finna do me like that. You ain't finna bring this black man down. It is what it is. Nah. Go with your move, crazy girl. You started your shit. All right. Before Dani went public with her pregnancy, before she actually, I think it was even before she even got pregnant, she decided to come out with a song called Yellow Bone, I believe. He just was saying something, I'll show you the clip right now because it's really embarrassing. And why do I have to suffer by myself? Yeah, this is bad. You can hear it playing in the background. Wow. I'm still trying to figure this out. Y'all gotta be patient with me. I appreciate it. For some reason, you cannot get this link. It's really sad because this video happened to go viral right before she announced her pregnancy. Okay, this is the link. So embarrassing. Here we go. Yeah, this didn't age well at all. Yeah, this didn't age well. This didn't age well at all, Dani. Yeah. This is bad. Like, if you really want to think about it, this is bad. Like, outside of the song, outside of it being a colorist anthem for delusional white women, because we have to remember DaniLeigh is not a black woman. This is a white woman, okay? But like outside of it being just a problematic and toxic anthem for delusional light-skinned women and white girls, the song was also bad. Like it's not good. It's not good at all. It's not even on beat. Like do my dance on the stick. When he shoot, he don't miss. Got a baby, now you sick on IG talking shit. Like, okay. I do not want to shame DaniLeigh. I'm not going to shame her. I'm not going to shame a woman that has a child. I'm not going to do that. Am I going to shame that song? 1,000% until dust. Okay. But there are some major issues with DaBaby in general. Like DaBaby, we know him for being like pretty problematic. You know, he's punched several of his fans. He slapped a woman in the face, I want to say 2 years ago, because he felt like the light that she was shining while she was filming in a dark club was too bright, and he hauled off and slapped her in the face. He took off on a security guard for taking photos of him and his daughter while they were exiting a hotel. I don't want to bring up what he did in self-defense in that Walmart, because I think if y'all were to be with your children and be in the same circumstance, you probably would have done the same thing or something similar. And anything to defend yourself in that situation. I mean, that's one thing, but there are lots of things that came after the self-defense that are really problematic. Like, of course, we can talk about the show, where he's talking about people sucking dick in the parking lot, which is such a hilarious thing to be policing. I thought that was I thought it was toxic, problematic, homophobic, and also hilarious, because of all the things you could be policing at a concert, you're policing blowjobs in the parking lot. Priorities, bro. Priorities. So knowing that, given everything that we know about DaBaby, I'm not surprised. I'm actually disappointed, because he did such a good job of gaslighting her, and using the same language that survivors of violence use in violent situations. You can hear her say multiple times, like, we live together, we're together, we just slept together last night. You can hear the confusion, the delusion, because the thing is, like, he deluded her. Like, he created a facade of what she thought to be true, and it's actually not. So yes, it's like a delusion, right? You can hear it all in her voice. She's like, what? So let's go back to the video so y'all can, outside of this very horrible and corny light-skinned girl anthem, let's go to one of the clips, so that y'all can hear how sad she sounds. Like, she sounds legit sad. Like, what the hell? You know what I mean? You mean to tell me, this is how you're gonna act? Like, wow, you're a coward. Like, she calls him out multiple times, like, wow, you're a coward. So, okay, I was trying to watch this.
I'm fucking live. He got the fucking phone in his hand. Eat that shit.
Okay, well, it's not going to show y'all the full video because it's just a 30-second clip. But in the clip, she goes, wow, you're going to go on fucking live? Delete that shit. So, I don't know. I think it's a dumbass situation. I think that DaBaby's too short. He's too grown to be acting like that. Like, you already have a kid. You don't know how to play the rules. Like, you don't know how to play the game of being a parent by now. You already have a child with someone that she seems satisfied enough that we rarely hear anything about her in the news. I don't ever hear anything about the mother of Jonathan's first child. Like, she did one interview where she had that shirt on and looked like, bitch, I know how to fight shirt. Like, I work at the bank, but I can fight, bitch. Like, that's the kind of shirt she had on. But you don't really hear anything about her. And the only time you really did hear her in the news when Dani was coming after her. But Dani is a white woman. And so any Black girl that's ever dated a guy when a white girl wanted him, that's exactly how they act. And then she got pregnant and she was subjected to the experience that a lot of these other mothers deal with that have children by people like DaBaby, like personalities like DaBaby. That's why I'm not going to say Black men, because this isn't a Black men thing. People who think like DaBaby, the narcissistic personality, that is not subjective to just race. People are not narcissistic because they're one race or the other. No, people are just crazy. And DaBaby's one of those people who's 48 watts short of a 60-watt light bulb. You got to be real close to this light to see if it's on type thing, right? And my issue is he used his massive platform to do what people like him and people who think like him do. And that's make women look crazy, and I think the reason why it's kind of like a backhanded thing for DaniLeigh and for, if you want to think I wouldn't say it's backhanded for SummerWalker because she's thriving, which I'll get into after this, but it's backhanded for Dani because you walked your Goldilocks self into Black people's business. You appropriated Black culture, continue to appropriate Black culture. And where my grace comes from you is just in being a woman and a mother, because everything else sounds like benefit of white and light skin privilege. That's it. You felt so privileged in your light skinnedness and in your whiteness. You wanted to make a diss track to that, the mother of that man's first child. And she's at home eating some pirate's booty, drinking an Arizona tea, and not bothered. She at home like, yeah, now you see what happened on IG. Yeah, she cussing that nigga out. Hell is hot, darling. Hell is hot. Hell is hot, and she happens to be in hell. I want to read, this was the IG live story I was trying to find for y'all, but I couldn't find it to pull it up for you because I snagged it off of Twitter, and I couldn't find the tweet on my laptop. So I'm gonna read this IG story that she posted to you. So Dani says, "Hey guys, baby wanna put up a statement with his cap ass. I'll put mine up." Didn't the way she use cap seem weird? So we've been living together for the past 3 months since our baby been born, doing us. And tonight he want to come up in the room talking about, I need to go. Don't matter where I go. Mind you, I have a newborn child. Okay. So he said I can go to a hotel. He said I can go to a hotel. This man is mad because I had a plan B sent to his condo. Because all he want to do is come in me with no responsibility. Obviously, he probably want me out so he can fuck on his baby mother and other hoes who been known we've been together this whole time. All right. Okay, we'll unpack it after. Let me finish reading it. While I just had my first child, this goes all to say that this man is a fucking coward. I'm sleeping after cooking him dinner, and he want to say I need to go. Fuck you, baby. And damn, I really should have just listened to the cap ass internet. The way that she uses cap is weird. And damn, I really should have just listened to the cap ass internet about this man. I'm going to learn and I'm going to grow. But this right here ain't it. And I'm sorry to my baby that her father is kicking her out of her home in 3 months. Your baby doesn't have Instagram. So, fuck that last sentence. I'm sorry to my baby that you don't have a home at 3 months. Ma'am, the way I would have left that baby with him, you don't even know that baby. You don't even know that baby. He's the father of the child and he believes that you're crazy. Then let his stable ass be a full-time father. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? Because the trauma is going to happen regardless. The kid's going to be traumatized regardless. I'm sorry. I don't know. Maybe it's because I don't have kids, but like the way that baby would have been Jonathan's full-time responsibility, for sure. You don't have to get me on IG. You do not have to catch me on IG Live looking crazy, baby. No, you're going to post on IG Live, this bitch left this baby here and I ain't heard from her in 6 months. Because what you're not going to do is embarrass me when I'm trying to make a stable family. I don't give a fuck how delusional I was before the baby was born. Now that the baby's here, what you're not going to do is make me look crazy. So you know what? You're a full-time dad now. What are we talking about? It's so much. I'm taking this baby and leaving. Fuck that. Your life has stopped. Your life is going to stop. I'm going to go sit my coochie in an ice bath. I'm going to go get a menthol diaper. I'm going to go check on these stitches between my cooter and my butthole. Like, what are we talking about here? This that child and every diaper in Los Angeles would have been at that nigga door. Yep. You'd have been blowing my phone up and my voicemail was said, hi, if this is Jonathan, you're a full-time father now. And if I find out you left your child somewhere, I'm going to call CPS on you. Because as a mother, I'm placing the safety and responsibility of my kid with its father, which is not negligence. Have a safe fucking day. And I like, what are we talking? play the same game that these niggas play. Don't be worried about somebody being like, oh, you're not a good mom. I made a child with someone and he turned out to not be the best person in the world. And my kid's going to be traumatized either way. We figuring it the fuck out together, baby. Like, and then when my kid comes to me at 30, Mom, you fucked up my life. I have a shitty dad. I'm so sorry. I was terrible. I will pay for anything. All the therapy you need, I will pay for. I knew he was a piece of shit, and I'm so sorry. Don't write it in the Instagram story in your last sentence. I'm so sorry to my baby. You don't have a home at 3 months. Fuck that. No, when you're 30, baby, you didn't have a home at 3 months. So I left you with your father who had a home so I can get my shit together. Like, what are we talking about? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. What? Absolutely not. What up, Shell?
What up, buddy?
Yeah, I'm telling them how DaBaby's crazy. So another part that really irritated me about about one of the things he said, and it was in the article. Let me just read it real quick. I think I minimized it. Oh, you good, y'all? Yeah. I be in all your videos. Yeah. so excuse me. What he did, a lot of guys do, and I don't like this. But he said, I gotta record you for my safety. You ain't finna do me that. You ain't finna bring this black man down. Okay. I know he's talking to a white woman. Like, I know that. We know that. We know that DaniLeigh is a white woman. We know this. But at the same time, sir, you just barely redeemed yourself from the comments you made about blowjobs in the parking lot 2 months ago. Like, if you don't call Ayanna Van Zant and handle this shit and get a check for it, that's the perfect segue. What time is it? I got 2 minutes because I got to wrap this up because I got an appointment at 1:30. This is the perfect segue to SummerWalker's album. If you haven't listened to SummerWalker's album, Still Over It, she did the perfect thing by taking her pain and turning it into profit. Yeah, she has a song called Fourth Baby Mama. It's everything that you think it's going to be and a little bit more. My favorite lines from the album are, I want to start with your mama. She should have whooped your ass. I'm talking about that is the whole Jay-Z takeover song in one bar. I want to start with your mama. She should have whooped your ass. Bar. Another bar is get your Bow Wow do-rag and your duffel bag. The problem is DaniLeigh is not as talented as SummerWalker, so I don't think this is going to turn into a good album. This isn't going to translate into like some kind of like the same way that I call SummerWalker's Still Over It Kool-Aid to Beyonce's Lemonade. DaniLeigh is going to give us Perrier. She's going to give us Crystal Light. Like DaniLeigh is going to give us very much lemon lime flavored 99-cent carbonated water. Like, it's going to be bad. So
throw her emotions into a dance step.
She's going to throw all her emotions into a dance step, and it's going to like, it's going to be a TikTok. It's going to be like it's going to be so embarrassando. Like, yeah. So that was my show for today. I do want to leave by showing y'all some pictures from today, from my shoot, right? Because I guess that's something that y'all have earned, are some pictures from my shoot. So give me a second.
What should we talking about now? Because we got our own.
I can't show y'all those photos. Wink, a wink. Oh, wink. Okay, so here we go. I saved it to my notes. And thank y'all for being patient with me today. Like, I'm still learning everything about podcasting and having my own show. And it's like when someone else is talking and then I get to kind of be like, oh, here's a link for woo. It's different. But since it's just me, like, I have to have all the links. So, okay, here are photos from my shoots. Let's see, I need to, forgive me, I'm doing a lot right now on this laptop. So what y'all think of the show? What did y'all think so far? If you're still hanging out, if you're still waiting for these photos, tell me what you thought about the show. Share with your friends. That would be really awesome. While I'm waiting for this link to load, there we go. While I'm waiting for that to load, I just want to show y'all like this one on my phone, because this one is really nice. It's really, really nice, right? Look, and I'm barefoot. Just like so perfect. Okay. Did these get downloaded? They're still downloading. Why is it taking so long? Oh, there we go. Is it only doing one at a time? I'm confused. Oh, I'm sorry. It said it would take 32 days to download.